From the night comes DVG's Warfighter Shadow War. Warfighter is a man-to-man combat system set in the modern era. This is a cooperative game for 1 to 6 players. Shadow War is part of the Warfighter system, which includes modern, World War II Europe, and World War II Pacific. Shadow War replaces the night rules and cards from the modern version. What you get in the core game includes the following. Unlike traditional war games that are based on maps, hexes, and counters, Warfighter is a card-based system that utilizes a thematic approach. The result is a game that is less detailed in many respects, but with plenty of immersion as you and your friends face a multitude of challenges. The cooperative aspect means that you can play the game alone, or up to 5 other people. The core game pits the U.S. forces against the North Korean hostiles. Because the battles take place at night, the identity of the hostiles is hidden at first and assumes that they are different and arguably more dangerous than they really are. There are 7 mission and 7 objective cards in the game. The mission card defines the resource number, time, and position of the objective on the game board. Missions can be short and quick or long and involved. The objective is the target. You win by accomplishing the task that is stated on the card. Some of the objectives have embedded objectives, which means that there is a vehicle, bridge, or person that needs to be eliminated to win. Between the mission card and objective are location cards, which is the route you must take to reach the objective. Each location will have its own challenges, such as the entrance cost, presence of hostiles, or special conditions. The action cards are the heart of the game. They represent the opportunities that your team of soldiers will face during each mission. Proper play of the action cards will help you navigate the challenges that each mission presents. Shadow War represents more than just night combat. It presents an additional set of cards, rules that govern hostiles, and creating noise which alerts enemy forces to your presence. There are several new card and counter types that Shadow War introduces to the Warfighter system. One of the most prominent are the insertion and extraction location cards. Basically, insertions is how your team arrives at the beginning of the mission, while extractions are how they get out. There are other new additions, but one of the biggest changes is how hostiles are treated. Hostiles start the mission in an unaware state, which means that you do not know their true nature, so you have to face the unaware side, which may be quite formidable. You must reveal the hostile to understand what you are truly up against. It's possible, depending on the hostiles, that they may be increased in strength, reduced in strength, or not exist at all. These are actions that place and reveal the true nature of the hostiles that you will face. Remember that even in an unaware state, you may still attack the hostile card. The downside is that your actions may create noise that might attract more hostiles. There is a noise track in which hostiles may be in one of 4 states: unaware, pauses, going for alarm, and mobilized. The less noise you make, the longer you keep the hostiles unaware of your presence. A pauses state means that they hear something, but they are not fully aware that you are there. Going for alarm means that a hostile wants to alert their fellow troops, but they can still be stopped. And finally, mobilized means that the hostiles become aware and now are tracking you down. And the Shadow War introduces a host of expansions that add new soldiers, increase the number of opponents, and provide new settings for the missions and objectives. Many of the expansions introduce different nations that you can control during each mission. You can choose the hostile expansion packs that provide a new enemy to face, different missions and objectives to achieve, along with new skill and equipment cards. And just are also expansion packs that focus on specific locations, such as an oil platform or a ship taken over by Somali pirates. Of course, the most notable expansion is arguably the one where U.S. forces track down bin Laden. This double pack provides plenty of missions, objectives, locations, and hostiles that stand in your way. If you want to expand your reach beyond terrorists and warlords, then you can take on the drug cartels in Mexico. It should be noted that while expansions do much to broaden the content of the core set, you do not need them to fully enjoy the game. The core set alone offers many hours of adventure on its own. The rules additions and new expansions open up a new frontier in modern combat for those who are familiar with the Warfighter system. The additions are more than simply fighting at night. They bring a new approach to the game that differs significantly from standard daytime missions found in the modern and World War II eras. Stealth and precision are key elements in achieving the objectives of most missions. Your goal is to sneak past as many hostiles as possible without raising the alarm. So instead of blasting away, you are trying to be sneaky. This is reflected in the new ammunition choices, which creates less noise, but are also less effective. Equipment that provides you with advantages in night fighting that you want to exploit to the fullest, and soldiers who have access to new equipment and weapons that provides additional benefits in achieving the mission objectives. Warfighter Shadow War presents a new approach, a new dynamic to an already fascinating system.